All right. So I'm standing upstairs in what's going to be eventually a studio space that we're going to start working on, hopefully, here this fall and winter. Now, right now, my rehearsal space is in the basement and it works okay. We bought this big old house partially because of this attic, which I'm going to figure out if I can show you all that here. Maybe not. Well, I'll just show you over my shoulder. So this is our attic that came with this house. So where I'm standing, it has the peak of the ceiling is about 13 feet. And it's about 1,200-ish square foot of floor space up here. It's a little messy because we tore some insulation out, and as you can see, all this debris on the floor. At one point, there was some damage to this roof long before we bought the house, so they redid all the sheathing up here, as you can see through the boards. So all the sheathing is new, and that's kind of nice. That means we shouldn't have to worry about the roof for a long time. But when they redid all the sheathing and they tore off all the old sheathing, they did not pull any of the old insulation out, and this old insulation was all kind of falling off anyway. So all this debris was up between the new sheathing and the old insulation, and that's probably partially why a lot of the old insulation just fell off. So that's okay, because we got to re-insulate this when we do this anyway. So we took all the old insulation. There was only maybe a third of it was still left up. The rest of it had already fallen. But this room will eventually be recording studio, practice space, and just kind of cool, loungy hangout room. It'll be kind of an odd shape because of the dormer over here. But basically this big open area here is going to be kind of a live room / jam room. You know, I haven't decided if we'll put drums up under over here in this dormer here, or maybe drums under this section here. That's all yet to kind of come. We're kind of working on the design. The first thing we're going to do is get this all cleaned out. We're going to start pulling up the floor, putting insulation in the floor, and putting plywood up all across the floor so that we've got a good foundation to kind of build off of. When it's finished, it'll be somewhere between 800 and 900 square feet. As you can see right now, you know, we've got beams up here at about, they're probably about 8 feet, 7 feet. I've spoke to a couple architects. I'm going to have somebody come out here and actually evaluate this, because I think some of these will be able to move up just based on the way this roof is built. But again, that's not going to be my call. I'll leave that up to somebody who actually knows what they're doing. But it should be pretty cool when it's finished. I think the ceiling in here will be about 10 or 11 feet at its peak. And it'll obviously have sloped down walls. And then back here, that console that I showed earlier in an earlier video, that Allen and Heath console, you know, that'll live somewhere in this area. We'll put a workbench up here and some couches just to hang out. And this will all be finished in wood and look nice. We got to clean up the chimney a little bit. It's a little gross, but it's also, you know, one of the cool things, funny things that you learn about old houses. We thought maybe something was wrong when we looked at this because the chimney is crooked, but what they would typically do when they built houses like this is they would put the chimney in the middle of the roof peak and then put the fireplace where it needed to go. So in order for the chimney to connect onto the fireplace, it actually had to angle down and get down through the floor where it needed to go. But it's going to be a big project. I'm looking forward to getting started on it, and it's going to be a really cool space when it gets done. And it'll be nice to get everything up and out of the basement. So that's where we're starting with. And as we go through and start working on stuff, I'll post some progress videos and pictures and things. But it's going to be cool. I'm excited. All right.